Well, good afternoon, viewers. Today we have a 99 Toyota 4Runner. It's actually in pretty decent shape, but it's got a weird knocking sound in it when you're slowing down. It's been looked at by a couple of shops. And we're going to take it for a road test and see if we can record the noise. So you can hear the noise. I'm driving with 2 feet. 1 foot on the brake. On the gas. And it sounds like it's coming from the center of the truck or more the right front corner. Well, we'll bring it back to the shop and put it back up on the hoist and see if we can see anything obvious, but it's been looked at by a couple of shops already. It's every half wheel revolution. We're only going like 10 kilometers an hour. I was driving with 2 feet on 1 foot on the brake and 1 foot on the gas pedal to put a load on the drivetrain. It does it in 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. And it does it with the parking brake too. This thing needs 4-wheel drive to get up this road. So we're under this truck looking at the drivetrain components moving. The drive shaft's been replaced, all the U-joints have been replaced. I can't hear any noise on the hoist whatsoever. We got the electronic traction control turned off, or ABS turned off. I can't duplicate the noise on the hoist. Now the spider gears are spinning in there because the left rear tire is not turning and the right rear is. And these two tires are turning at different speeds because of the front spider gears. But I listen with the stethoscope on the transfer case and the transmission, and I don't hear any knocking sounds whatsoever. So we're going to put microphones on this thing, strategic locations. So I have a set of chassis ears with microphones. I'm put a microphone on the rear diff here. And I was about to put one on the transfer case mount here, but I noticed this. That almost sounds like the noise. That's the transfer case shifter. I never tried pulling back on the transfer case shifter. Now, why would that be moving? But maybe there's movement in the... I'm going to put an elastic band on that to pull it towards the fuel line here, so that sure sounds like the clunk. I can't see anything else. All the U-joints have been changed in the drive shafts. There's no play in this spring-loaded joint in the middle here, this double cardan joint. I think that's what they call that. I can't remember. I remember doing those back in the 70s and 80s on Buicks and Blazers. So we relocated the microphones to the front corner, right front corner, but then after road testing it again, and I'm sitting in the back seat here, it sounds to be coming from the right rear. The road conditions are terrible right now. I got a helper driving. You can duplicate the condition by driving with 2 feet. Okay, try doing it on this stretch here. It's definitely coming from the right rear corner. Everything's new in there. Oh well. Go back and move the microphones to the right rear. That's the noise. There's end play, but I think the inboard spider gear has play in the case, but the only way we're going to know that, and I kind of looked in through the diff housing here and you can't see anything, is to do an exploratory. There's no diff cover on this, so the carrier has to come out, the carrier assembly has to come out. There's no metal in the oil, so it's not a catastrophic failure in there. But there's no end play on this axle shaft. Can you try this one? But there is play on this side here, again, if you move it. But you can actually see the wheel tilting like this. So I'm pretty sure the inboard inner axle side gear has play in the case. And it makes noise every half a revolution. So when it rolls and turns, and that's why I won't do it on the hoist, because it's got to be just under the right kind of exact load. So it's differential time, I'm afraid.